Hey guys, it's Zebra Girl, and today I'm going to talk about something that hasn't been mentioned in a very, very long time. You see, I did these videos, the ones that I'm going to be talking about in a minute, a few years ago. I think I was about 16, 17, I think, when I did this and made the videos, and I have to admit, they're not my proudest achievements at all. And yet, they are the most viewed videos that I've got on here, which is fine. And these videos that I'm talking about is my fan fiction story, Static and Love. God, even just mentioning it makes me cringe up inside because when I made that story, I was around I don't actually know how old I was. I think I was either 15, 16 or 17. And I'm 22 now, so it's been quite a number of years since those videos have came out. Now, if you're wondering, oh, why are you cringing? Oh, I thought it was a good story. Yeah, but now that I look back on it, the story wasn't good, like at all. Yes, I'm still a huge fan of Markiplier now. But if I could go back and redo that story, I would. But the problem is, I don't have the file anymore, so I can't actually edit it. I have it on Wattpad, but Wattpad is for all of the unnecessary fan fiction that people love to read. So yes, if you want to actually go and read my terrible story, you can because it's on Wattpad. Um, and there's a couple of reasons why it's bad as well. One, the amount of spelling errors. It is atrocious. It is absolutely horrendous. I can see why now I didn't pass my GCSE English and only got a D. If that's the kind of story I was coming out with, I can fucking see why. Two, there's no fucking paragraphs. It is awful. It's like a noob writing a story and not putting in paragraphs, which was me. If you go and look at the story now on Wattpad, it is just a whole page of words and no paragraphs. It is atrocious. It is awful. I recommend not reading it. I mean, you can listen to the audio on my channel if you want to, but that was fetus me, not me now. Number three, it deals with subjects that are not very good. One of them is the main character getting kidnapped. Now, if you were to be kidnapped, you would not do what my stupid character did. You wouldn't just fall in line and do as you do as you were told, and then fall in love with your kidnapper. I think that's called what is it? Is it Stockholm syndrome? No. Um, if I remember what the word is, I'm gonna put it here. Um, and the character being unfortunately assaulted in the story. It's not like given in massive detail, but within the story, she's kidnapped by one of Mark's egos, Wilfred Warstash, and taken to the world where he was banished to. But during that time, he didn't like something that she did, and because he's within the story, he's like really mentally unstable, so he hurt her, like really horribly. And then within the story, Dark Mark and her son Lucas, who she had with Dark, they go to rescue her, and they find out that she's having Will's baby, which Dark isn't happy about, like at all. But she says that she wants to raise it so it doesn't turn out to be like Will, which turns out to be true. She turns out to be a rather chaotic but nice and a bit crazy. And within the story, they end up actually forgiving him for what happened, but he doesn't want to stick around because he doesn't belong in the human world. And that's a terrible thing that I wrote, and if it offended anybody or anything, I really do apologise. Like I said, it's not specifically mentioned, like the R word isn't in the story, but because of the outcome, you know what happens, and it's not good, like at all. So I'm not happy with the subjects that I put in, and again, if it offended anybody, I'm really sorry. But at the end of the day, I was just a teenager who was interested in writing stories, and I still am. And in fact, I do want to keep reading stories for you guys. But the problem is, whenever I go on like a website to find a specific story, I don't mind how many chapters it is. I don't mind if sensitive subjects are in there, but as long as they're done well, it's fine. But the problem is that the stories that I find or that I come across are unfortunately not well written, and they come from this perspective of a cringy fan, like what I was, like what Static and Love is. So, like I do want to read stories, whether they are creepy pastas or whether they are um, scary stories or whatever. Because at the moment I'm doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke, which is doing fine. For a channel my size, it's doing what anything would do. So yeah, I want to read stories, but the ones that I find are just not, unfortunately, not good. And most of the people that I call out to and are like, oh, can I read your really good story of this, this, and this, are like, no, you can't. So, so it's hard to find good stories. So, if you're wondering why there's hardly any reading videos, is because I can't find or I can't get permission to read them, which is unfortunate. But yeah, back to subject. Yeah, Static and Love is just isn't it's not good. It's really not. Um, and plus, the problem is that the characters don't act like what they're meant to. If I'm gonna write a story about, say, Mark or Sean's alter egos, like Auntie or Will or Dark or Google, I I have to research and see what they act like, because if I don't write what they act like, it's not the character. It's not Dark. It's not Wilford. It's not Auntie. It's just a different version of them, but it's not the proper version that I would like, or the what people watch. And my my character, who is um the the main character, again, she's just not good. But if you did enjoy the story, I am happy. But unfortunately, there's not going to be a sequel to it. I was writing one, but then I saw which path I was going down with it, and I don't like it. and unfortunately I don't have the file for it anymore, and I wrote about 15 pages of it, but now it's gone. I can't find it, so I can't. So, and I don't plan on making the sequel. Some of my friends have asked, "Oh, do you plan on making a remaster of Static and Love?" And to be honest, I might do. Again, I said I might do. That's not 100%. That's not a full-fledged thing, because the problem is my characters in the Static and Love story are demons, or they're humans, or they're beings of chaos, which just sounds stupid to me now, because we know what Dark is. He's three people. He's Damien. He's Damien's sister, and he's also the dead body of who killed Markiplier. So he's three people merged into one. Wilford is the Colonel, who shot his friends, and then he thought everything was a game, and he turned batshit crazy. And Google is just Google. We know what Google is like. He wants to murder all the humans in the world because he doesn't like them. But we don't really talk about Bing, because Bing might get his feelings hurt. So if I'm going to redo Static and Love, I want to do it properly. And now that I've actually got a degree in creative writing, I feel like I can give it a chance, but at the moment I'm working on my own projects. And if you guys want me to read my projects on here, then I will. You just need to leave it in the comments and be like, yeah, that sounds cool. Okay, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys understand why I think Static and Love is terrible. If any of the subjects today was uncomfortable, I'm sorry, but that's what's in the story. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Zebra Girl, out. Bye!